Thank you so much, Wilfred Mwiti, for this opportunity to be able to talk to you guys live. And yeah, it's been a journey. And I would start by saying I grew up in Elgeyo Marakwet County, a place called Chepkorio. I went to Kapngetik Primary School, which means boys school, and after that I joined Simoto Boys High School in Elgeyo Marakwet County as well, and then I got a B minus. And during our time, we were not, that grade was not a pass mark for a university regular program. So I went to Nairobi, did my diploma in information technology, and then I looked for work as usual in Nairobi, and then I joined Jomo Kenyatta again for my bachelor's degree. And thanks to God, I got a first class honors in information technology. I did join the program back in 2022, yes, at around July. And I knew the program through uh, a program broadcasted by the Charms Media. And apparently, I knew of Brian Kipsalam, and that's when I decided to take in of the this program, and I decided to go online, get resources, and I read the articles and knew more about the Kenya Health program. Kenya Health program has been helpful, and it really enlightens. And I've always wished to pursue my knowledge in data science because as an IT consultant, I've always been dealing with large data sets, and both structured and unstructured. And I needed to know more about tools and programs for analyzing and mining data. And I got and understood that this program is the best program for me to uh, advance my skills. So I decided to engage my wife because I was married now, and we joined the program. I think I'll say we joined the program together because we did it together. So yeah, we did, and I joined as a parallel student. I paid all the consultation fees that were needed, and yeah, I got a school. Went to embassy, I got a visa, and I came here. Coming here with my family has been a journey, and it's amazing as well. And it's like starting afresh because uh, coming here, starting a new life, and trying to get in maneuver is not easy, but with the help of the program, they happen to guide you on what to do, what not to do, where to where to get help, and when you follow those steps, apparently you'll not go wrong. And I've joined here. I've stayed here now for this is my third month. We are going to the third month now. Yeah, second month going to the third month, and uh, it's good. Like my son is waiting to be enrolled in a school because the school here is free, and my wife is eligible to enroll for short courses, and from there we believe everything else will be good. First thing about bringing a family here is you need to have enough funds. Funding depends and it varies from school to school. For this school, uh, I I needed the school required me to have $4,000 for my spouse and 2,500 for each child, and those funds are needed to be shown to the school so that they issue you the I-20. Once you get the I-20, you now prepare for visa interview, and that's where you now get help from the program. They guide you and they interview before going to the visa interview, and that's where I gained a lot. And we also, apart from being interviewed by the program, we also did some research on what are some of the questions that the embassy asks F2 visas. Because my wife was asked some questions, unlike John's wife. And it depends, it's 50-50. But the good thing is you have to be prepared and get set for interview questions. After that is that logistics now comes in, where you need funds for air ticket and funds for accommodation. And so when you are maybe looking for, because you are moving in a new place, you need to look for an affordable and maybe cheaper housing where you can afford during the first time, and then maybe from there you'll get used to the environment and you'll keep on getting your needs as per the as per your pocket. Yes. Oh yeah, my wife was asked like 4 5 questions, and the first question she was asked is, "What will she be doing when the husband is studying?" And she said she gonna be taking care of the family because that is her primary goal, and she's going to join maybe voluntary organizations when she gets time. And also another question she was asked is if she has a degree, undergraduate degree, and she said yes, she has an undergraduate degree. Apart from that, is that she was asked whether she has been out of the country before, and she said no. She was also asked for how long has she been married to me, and she said we've been married for the last 6 years, but we officiated our marriage recently because of this purpose. And then the visa officer asked, how did you get married? Then she said, oh, we married under traditionally law, but we officiated the marriage under customary law. Yeah, so those are some of the questions that she was asking.
You are watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Upstack America. Upstack America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstackamerica.com. Upstack America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential.
You are required to submit proof of marriage. You are required to show the marriage certificate. Yeah, and maybe sometimes they ask you, for example, I forgot this. She was asked, "Oh, can I see a photo of you like 2 years ago?" And yeah, she had some photos, and she showed she was able to show the photos, and yeah, like exhibits, just to make sure, especially if you look younger. Yeah, it depends with the visa officer. The one I was asked, for me, I was asked if I have enough funding to support my family here, and I was able to provide that form because the lady who was interviewing us asked us whether I have or whether we have that bank statement, and I showed the bank statement. So you need to have a bank statement, certificate of marriage. You also need maybe birth certificates. If you have children, you need their birth certificates, and maybe proof of home, proof of proof of maybe home ties. You need to have maybe something like a car logbook, title deed, and if you don't have that, you can tie yourself to maybe the company where you are working, You can have maybe a support letter to show that you are going for a study leave, so forth, something like that. Yeah. Okay, I can say, okay, the flight first. The flight was not an easy thing, especially for us that we had a small baby. 16 hours flight plus 5 hours flight, that's around 21 hours flight to Chicago, and then 3 hours to here. It was a long flight, 23 hours, and it was very tiresome. And for adapting, children adapt fast. Children don't have challenge because they get used to their food, because food here first is it's they eat a lot of junk, and it's not easy because here you don't have anyone to talk to. You miss your family, but it's good for us. And like single guys, it's good for us because we are we are a family, and we yeah, I can say we just miss maybe our relatives back at home. And apart from that, we are good because there are also other Kenyans here, like John, Delix, Naomi, Gilbert, and the rest, and those who are here before us, Joanne and Mike. So it's kind of a family here. So we talk to each other. We happen to share ideas, and also it's good that even the program is here for us. If we need to get maybe some advice, they are always available. We contact them, and yeah, they provide the guidance for a family of three. I can say for the case of my family. Uh, it depends also with the because logistics part now, it depends with the time you're relocating. For example, during December everything is very expensive, and flight can cost up to 3,000 for three people, and then that's only flight. Then you still need some funds like $1,000 for your medical insurance. You still need some maybe 1,200 for rent and deposit, and maybe some money 200-300 for food and stuff. So when you calculate that, it's around 6 to 7 thousand,
Oh, great.
$6 to 7 thousand. Yeah, currently I'm working at the dining hall services in the school. Yeah, and I decided to take I took less hours because the course, the program itself is very demanding, and it's good that I took less hours in order for me to concentrate on my studies. And with family, they really help. Like when I go home and I see my son running to me, it gives me joy, and I freshen up. For my wife, she's very supportive because when I come back from school and maybe work, I don't think of cooking. I don't think of house chores because she that one is already taken care of. So what I think of is just studies, and maybe I manage to make sure that they get the food, maybe food, and they are safe and they are comfortable. That's what I think of, but it's not that difficult. Yeah. Yeah, I would say you guys try. Everything is good to try. You have to believe in the program first, and then you try. You take a risk because yeah, life here is good. I can say because like schooling is free. Yeah, my friends John's kids, they are going to school without paying anything. They don't wear uniform, you know. And for my son, I was told I don't have to pay anything. I just have to wait for him to be admitted with other set of students when they meet a quorum. And that's something I mean. It's we need to help each other and encourage other people to come here. Even if all of us from Kenya come here, will not finish these resources. And also, what I'll say is that don't just come here because you just want to come here. If you come through the program, program really helps. We need to build some kind of family here, and we need to continue doing those short courses because the job market here, it is occupied by Indians, and we need to overtake that. because there's nothing special with those guys. Those guys are smart, and they stay in a group like a family, and that's what I really like about the program. They kind of show you where to go, where to do things, and yeah, you find your way up. So I would say thank you. That's what I'll encourage guys. You come, yeah, explore here, do your stuff, help people, and stay true. I miss home. I miss home, but I've not missed home that extent that I feel like going back home because I'm barely 2 months here. But yeah, I miss home because this weather is something else. Yeah, it's cold here. Sometimes it goes to up to negative 18 degrees Celsius. That's around 1 or 2, let's say 1 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, I've said for my son is waiting to be admitted because I already looked for the school, but the school admission here for young kids is different. They admit kids in a given bracket of age, and because he's 3 years, that bracket has been there are no students, there are no kids of that age bracket for now until maybe March, and I believe by then the school will have made the quorum, and my son will get a mail and we will be called. That's what they said, and yeah, that's how it is for young kids here.
You have been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstake America. Come back again next time to learn concepts, tools, strategies, and resources on the path of becoming a successful immigrant in USA through real-life experiences. Be sure to subscribe to Bob Mwiti channel on YouTube and also follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.